Hello, 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 Aquarius. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. I am Patty for you first timers that have never seen me before. I am a empath and I am here to do your intuitive reading for the week of, oh gosh, where are we at? November 9th through the 15th. It's been sort of a crazy week. So for those of you that did not get to watch yet, I have the new moon and energies out for the first 2 weeks of November. I noticed I'm really shiny. I didn't put enough makeup on or something. Anyway, that is already out, so it's uploaded for you guys. So let's get started. This is for the 9th through the 15th. We've got two energies out. And then I am going to read one of these cards for you for those that are new. I'm pulling 3 oracles for the energy for the week, and then we're going to get in deep with the cards to find out really what the energies are happening for some of you out there. All right. So let's get started. So we have the first card out is the 4, and that's Spirit of Place. So I'm going to show you that there. I got to sort of tilt them a little bit because of the sun. I've got a window right next to me. So 4 is about stability, and the Spirit Place, I'm going to go ahead and read that one too. Ooh, okay. And then we have the 4 again, and that is dry desert. The dry desert, that means there's something going on that you're sort of in a holding pattern. You're thinking about something, working on something. Something is sort of being worked in the background also could be for somebody. Because if you look, the cactus, there's still life there. It's not that everything is dead yet. It's just sort of dormant and underneath working. And then we have the magic stream, the magic stream, which is the number 9, is extremely intense. And the magic dream is all about the connecting the dots in your journey and your life. So nothing happens for coincidence. There is a connection between everything that is happening in your journey and your life. So that is what the magic dream about. So think about this week, what is connecting with you and your dots. So say for like me, I went and lived in Japan for years. What is the sequence and what is the purpose of that? So come home and then I get into Japanese business and so it just sort of falls into place. The dots begin to connect. Why did I start in bodybuilding? Well, that led to me getting a degree in nutrition, and that led me to writing a book, and that led me to helping others in their battle with not only mind and weight, but also mind, spirit, and body, and therefore you get balance 2020. So find what it is that is connecting in your life, because number 9 is intense. So this is something that you want to focus in on. So if you take notes or anything like that, this is something that you want to sort of think about. What in my life has connected, like the dots have connected, and what is that? You'll see a beautiful, beautiful movie unfold. Oh, that's why the divine did that. Oh, that's why that person came into my life. Oh, so that's one of the energies out of the 3 this week. So what I'm going to do on the Spirit of Place, I'm going to read a little bit about that, because some people like to have me read and some people, I'm not much of a reader on these. I just like to go by what my intuition tells me on these. But this is about stability. Now, these 2 are going to go side by side this week because they're both about stability. So again, we have you thinking about connecting the dots. We also have you thinking about what is it that is sort of like in the standing moment? What is it that's sort of be still, or what is not really moving that you want to be moving? Because there is a process here. So this is all about process. So on your Spirit of Place, such a beautiful, beautiful soul here. Definitely, because our ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. So just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, rivers, and other essences, when the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. So if the question is about struggle, then the answer is to relax and let go of your need to control it. If you're looking for love, you have to learn to embrace it. So if you're, or once you find the essential truth that underlies your question, and then you name it and claim it, you'll discover that the answer you'll be seeking. So it's basically saying that you have the power to have whatever you want. It's almost reverse psychology in what we do, which would make sense with these three energies this week. Again, these are overall energies, so whatever's going in your life might be a little bit different, but we've got these three overall energies, and these are all connecting because it has to do with stability this week, which we're going to really need with everything going on here in the United States. But this is for your life and your journey. So the number 4 in both these two cards here, or actually these two cards here, is all about stability. So whatever you're seeking, it's sort of stopped or it's sort of slowed down because you have to do the reverse. It's slowed down because for someone, it's like they haven't figured it out. It's like, why doesn't this change? Why doesn't this happen? Why can't I get my thought across right? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And it's because you need to now switch it up to a new way of thinking in reverse almost. And then you'll see the dots connect because somebody will connect with it. Somebody will understand. Somebody will like, oh, okay, that's what you mean. That energy there. Do I have these upside down? I do. Okay, too many cards. I've got 5 cards, no more than 3. I like, please. I appreciate it. So this week, remember, while you are processing whatever and doing whatever it is that you need to do for yourself, look to the future a little bit, but don't look too far. I'm going to say don't look for, yeah, that's what I thought. So don't look too far because we can only really see almost not even 3 months because it's going to change. If you're in the United States, it's going to change. But also, too, with the planets and everything, things are in the process of transformation, put it that way. Watch the video on November's moon and retrogrades. But we're in the process of transformation. So we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, again, a very confident person, more of a feminine this time that I feel. But she is very confident in her speaking. I get an energy of somebody actually wanting to be a coach, a life coach, or they want to be, I see somebody on a stage. I don't know what that is. And this has to be projecting not only speaking, but acting and moving and some creativity. I don't know who that is for. But they're very good. They're very good at this. So I don't know who that is for out there. But I do see somebody on a stage, more of like inspirational speaker, more like a teaching, more of mentoring, more of that sense in that energy. So we have the 10 of Wands out next. 10 of Wands being that this is a different energy. This is not the same. It's like one comes in, one goes out. I have so many energies that come in and out. It's crazy. But the 10 of Wands is about, and these may go together here. We'll just find out in a second. But this is about the beginning and ending of something. Number 10 is sort of like the ending of something, but the number 1 is also about beginning. So if somebody's feeling the burden of carrying the load or carrying the work or carrying the home or the finances or anything like that, it's going to be released. And that energy is going to feel really light. For someone else, this could be a time that, again, the communication is there's a conflict, and now that will be happening. Let's see, this is the 9th through the 15th. So halfway through the week, Mars is gone out of the retrograde, which is a good thing because Mars is all about conflict. So this is the 9th through the 15th read. So on the 13th is when Mars begins to change starts to go the other direction, and then the conflicting starts to release a little bit, not a whole lot, but there is some burden feeling here. Somebody's feeling really burdened. They don't want to talk about it. And if you can't talk about it, you're not gonna be able to release that burden. Somebody else seems to be trying to help with a burden, and that they won't let them. Somebody's just not letting. It's almost like somebody's really stubborn. So I got two different energies going here. I don't know who that's for. So somebody's really stubborn and will not allow that burden to be lifted. You know what? Then you're your own worst enemy, and this is what keeps you in the dry desert. And it's really hard because I'm a Virgo and I've been independent all my life. I've been a single mom, do it all, mom, dad, all that kind of thing. And I end up, being stubborn as well, because it's like I've been doing it all. I just want to get it done. I want to be over with it. So I can see that. But again, if we go back to spirit of place, then if you want help, you have to sort of become that help. If you want love, you have to embrace love, remember? So if you want the help, you're going to have to communicate it. Or if you want to help somebody, I will tell you, if they are a stubborn type person, you can't just tell them, oh, let me help you when you want it. No, you just got to get in and do it. If you really want to help somebody, it's all about the actions and not the words. Just some people are too, not prideful, but ashamed that they need the help, especially in this time, because they have been so independent. So some people are sort of shy to ask for help, or ashamed that they even have to ask for it. It's sort of like people having to be in food lines that we never had to be in before. This is where the spirit of place comes. If you want to help, be the help. If you want the love, be the love, that kind of thing. Because it's all about spirit. It's all about your intuition and knowing when to just do it, when to just jump in and do it. Even your friends. I get yelled at by my friends because it's like, we just want to help you. And I get that. I really do. But the thing is that I'm ashamed for the help, because I've been able to do it for so long. But this is where you have to allow the intuition. So if you're wanting to help, let your intuition know, or listen to your intuition. Maybe I should just jump in and do it, and just leave it at that. Now, some people might get mad at that just because then they feel like, oh, they're not capable enough, especially if it's a guy. But there is some intuition. We've got the high priestess here. She's the highest in spirit, but that is the loving spirit. So if we look at that, again, somebody needs help, somebody needs release help. You got to go with your intuition on that. Words are not going to work right now because there's so much kerfuffle with words. Words are like nobody's understanding each other. Even if you were going to speak the most plain English, they still aren't going to understand. It's like somebody's getting in the middle and mixing the words up so nobody understands. Some supernatural thing, almost like becoming babble kind of thing. So we have the moon, which is something hidden. So, and we have the world. So we have two things. This is interesting because we have the high priestess, we have the moon, and I'm asking for help from above here because I'm not quite understanding this one. So we have the high priestess, we have something hidden, and we have the world. Again, I'm getting to the point that somebody is really sort of prideful, that they don't want to ask for help, but they could have the world if they wanted it. But you've got to be able to ask for it. It's in communication. It's very much. And once you allow that, you're going to see the dots connect, because sometimes it's not only somebody helping you, it's helping them as well. I don't know who that's for. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has to do with something to do with money. So we have the Four of Pentacles, and then we have the Fool. So the we've got here So somebody's actually holding on to money, or they're really stuck with, like, they released so much that they don't have any left. So there's these two energies. So you have somebody that's actually released all their money, there's nothing left, and they don't know what to do about it. And they had everything before. They definitely had everything before, and now they've released it, and the money's gone. It's sort of like almost somebody who gambles, and they've gambled it all away. Or maybe they lost their job and everything they saved up is now gone. That's just one of the energies. The other person is that they don't want to let go of what they have, because they want to make sure they keep and hold on to the materialistic world. So if you release that, but there is a new energy coming up, that is the Fool, and the Fool is all about something new, creative, more pure, some new energy that's coming into the way, and that is not far behind. I'm going to say that that's at the end of the week. Okay, something. Now this might be a surprise that somebody's waiting on. So we have the double moon here. Something's hidden. So it could be hidden for somebody, like a surprise birthday party coming up, or something could be hidden that somebody's ashamed of. I just keep feeling shame here. I don't know who this is for. And they're having to redo their whole life. They're having to restart over again. And you can't be shameful about that, especially if you've lost your job to COVID, or your money to COVID, or everything that you've saved up and now you're having to sell stuff. Don't be shameful about that. Again, we went back to the very two energies of burden. Somebody's having to carry a burden too much, and another person needs release and help and is afraid to ask for it. I'm not sure who that's for. But again, in order to connect these journey dots, to put these dots together, is that we need to allow ourselves to ask for help and let somebody help, so that we can connect the dots of our journey, because that is somebody else's need to have you to be helped, to be the helper. That's their journey. Yeah. Somebody definitely is really struggling with all this, because they had it all. But what's really cool is the Fool is here, and it's not going to last long. It's not going to last long. It's going to turn around. So they're sort of keeping hidden their feelings, making everybody look like it's okay, and it's really not. So this is the hidden part that for somebody's energy that I was just shared. So somebody's saying, oh yeah, it looks all nice and good on the outside. People, if they would, you have, and that's walking in the truth, to tell the honesty of what somebody is really feeling, to be honest with your feelings. So we're going to go back to these first energies of the week. So remember to maybe think and do in the reverse. If something isn't working, try something else, because the old is all gone. The old is going to go away, and nothing from pre-COVID is going to be the same ever. It's not going to be the same. Whatever you're doing, traveling, or your work, everything it's never going to go back to the way it was. So we have to accept where we are now and think to the future as far as new, because it's a purge and reset. And we've got Mercury and Mars. Well, Mercury's now gone, so we have Mars still coming out of a retro. Yeah, there's still some arguing and fighting and that going on. That's just typical of Mars. So if you're bickering, pick your battles. Again, I've said that to almost every sign. Pick your battles. Be sure to, agree to disagree when you can, or walk away, diffuse, because you just don't want those energies. Yeah, and when you're planning for the future, make sure this is about future. Make sure that you are not going further out, maybe 3 months, because things are still going to change. We're not out of the woods yet. And travel, there is going to be some travel at the end of the month for November. It's not only because of the holiday, but it's also to showing the planets. There is going to be travel probably from the 19th till about the 27th. maybe the 30th. But on the 30th with our full, is it our full moon? Do we have full moon or new moon? I think it's the full moon on the 30th. Yeah, full moon in Gemini, actually. And that you don't want to make any big decisions on. The energies are not good to make decisions on that one. We have the new moon coming on the 14th. That's when you want to make some decisions. But the Two of Wands is a lot about contemplating the future. Again, you're right now in a dry spell only because it is time to think about the future. But again, we are also in a place where we need to change the way that we think and the way that we speak and the way that we do things. If you want love, if you're looking for love, you have to be the love that you want to get. Sort of law of attraction kind of thing. So that's where that is. All right, guys, Aquarius, you've got a very interesting week. But for the person who's really struggling and carrying the burden, you don't have to fake it till you make it, because there's people out there that will help you. For the person that is actually working hard and possibly lost a lot, and your world has changed, just know that there will be dots to connect. And this is a growing time. This is a growing spiritual time for you to do that with. All right. But definitely, your work is recognized. People do recognize your work. And there's something going to come from that. I feel like there's something coming from your work, something that's going to be down the road a little bit. But I don't know. It's like something's going to just come up out of the ashes for that. I don't know what it is, or something new, innovative. So like, for example, if you were an accountant or something, I don't know. I think like you'll be starting your own accounting business or something like that. I don't know. I can't feel it, but there's something coming from what your work is. I don't know what that is for you. Could be anybody out there. I mean, you could very, very well be creative. We're going to have to be creative. So that is your reading, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed that. Now remember to subscribe. I do the dailies this month. We'll do the dailies, see how it goes the rest of this month. If they're and like. If there's not a likes, then I'm gonna probably take it down and not do dailies. But I enjoy doing them. So if you like the dailies, just make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll know when I have lives on. And it also helps grow my channel. And I hope you guys had a really, really good day and enjoyed some intuitive reading. Again, it's not a lot like normal tarot. A lot of it comes from the divine or downloads or people coming through. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the 16th. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe.